Welcome to Explore More, where we explore all the stories of the Bible. And for this season, we will be looking through our Clear Word Bible and also My Holy Bible. So these are two very good Bibles that you can use when you're joining us. All right. So today we will be looking at the story of Noah. All right. And our theme text is Genesis 6, verse 22. Carlisa, would you like reading that text for us?
Okay. Genesis 6, verse 22. Thus did Noah according to all God commanded him. So did he.
All right. Thus did Noah. He did everything that God commanded him to do. And so we're going to get into the meat of the matter. And so the story of Noah was so long ago. We call it in the time of the antediluvian world, where the wickedness on the world was great. And God decided that he was going to destroy the world with the flood. Carlisa, we're looking at the wickedness of man. How bad do you think this was?
I think it was really bad because for God to have to send a flood to really get this stuff, I think it was terrible. Like they maybe stole lots of things. Even today at school, I see cases where they steal and they bully and they fight. But this is only a matter, or this is only cases where we can help to minister about God's words, especially to those who are not of the same faith as us.
Beautiful. So the wickedness that existed then still exists now, even in school, and you see it so many times on the news. But then, Sean, what did God have to do about all of this?
Well, like Alisa said, he had to send a flood because the wickedness was so great, and even today, the wickedness is still great in this world, and that is why when Jesus comes again, he's not going to, he will destroy the earth, but not with a flood, but with fire.
So we can see, we can see that God's predictions are sure. So the wickedness that exists on the earth must be destroyed. But then, in order for all of this to happen, God tends to give us instructions before God does anything. He always tells us what he's going to do. So Dominic, what was God's instruction to Noah?
God's instructions to Noah was for him to build an ark so that him and his family could escape the flood. And he was supposed to make the ark 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and
3 stories high. Can you imagine a boat 3 stories high? Would you want to go into that boat?
Not really.
Not really. It's kind of scary, huh? Well, that was the instruction. And did Noah follow it? Did he do anything that he thought, the Lord told him to use gopher wood? Did you think he thought maybe another kind of wood would work? No, he followed God's instructions to the T. And when God tells us to do things, do you think we should follow it? Do you?
Yes, Auntie Sarah.
Do we follow it all the time, though?
No, Auntie Sarah.
No, we don't. And what happens when we don't follow God's instructions?
Well, it's a sin, but it's a sin against him.
It's a sin against him. And what else does it show? Does it show that we love God when we don't follow his instructions?
No.
Does it show that we respect him? No, it doesn't. So, Ariane, in your space, how is it that you respond to God when he gives you instructions?
We follow what's in the Bible and we listen for a small voice. And we try to listen, and we have to stay in a really quiet place so you can hear the Holy Spirit talking to you.
That's beautiful. And so the Holy Spirit was also able to speak to Noah, and he listened and he obeyed. And how was he saved? Was it by faith, or was it by what he did, by following God?
I followed God.
He followed God, and so he was saved. And the same unsaved world that Noah lives in, we live in too. But God has given us a prediction. Yes? That he's going to destroy this world too. And we are given instructions, and we must always follow. So Carlisa, take us out of this one.
So my VIP for this lesson was the text I used to help me with this VIP was John 14 verse 1, which says, "Let not your heart be troubled, believe in God." No, you believe in God, believe also in me. And how this, connects to the story is that although Noah did not really know what an ark was, and he wasn't really sure at first what to do, he still believed in God, that what God said was correct, and that God will help him with whatever he had to do to get the ark built and to save the people that he needed to save.
And that is beautiful. And that is it for this week. Join us again next week. Bye.
Bye.